everyone, happy Thursday. Wow, it has been quite a while since I last did a video. Thank you for being here. I really am surprised by, how many people have joined me over the last couple of weeks, actually months. Yeah, so thank you for being here. It is now the end of October, which I really can't believe. It's almost November, and today is a really beautiful end of October, end of autumn, fall season day. It is very sunny and rather warm. Well, in the mornings it's rather chilly, but it will be about, I think, 20 degrees Celsius today, which is quite warm for the end of October. And so what I essentially want to do today is read and paint. I did a painting yesterday, or the day before yesterday, which is very autumn inspired, and I want to continue that and maybe do another sort of pattern and just enjoy this beautiful weather, going out. And I'll probably go to a small cafe that I really like and take you guys along. So beautifully, and I'm heading to the cafe now.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better if I wrote you a poem?
Oh, it was so lovely outside. I had a great time. The sky's blue. Even though it was a little chilly after a while, I had some time to read and breathe in the fresh air, and the setting was just perfect for the book I'm currently reading, which is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Mandana. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but this book is a book for Morgan Long's Patreon book club this month, and with a couple of friends we decided to read it together as well. And I am currently at page 31, chapter 3, and it's lovely so far. The writing style is very sort of easy. It's a very light read so far, and this is exactly what I was looking for. I think I'm going to do a bit of cleaning and organising, and later I continue my drawing and probably also change the pinboard that I have above my sofa, because it's still very much in a springtime season mood, and I absolutely want to change that now that we are almost in November. So a couple of days ago I did this little gouache painting, a sort of still life composition I did, inspired by a book that is about recipes from the good old days, it's called. And so I found these little mushrooms and this pumpkin and a little vase or something. And I really like the colour combination, and I wanted to use the lilac gouache paint that I'd found this summer, actually, when I was on holiday. And so I think it's quite, well, how to put it, the colours are quite striking, and I don't know if they really match well together, but I think it's interesting to have this lilac colour and then this sort of peachy background. Now I want to finish it, add some more details with colored pencils, and then do another page and do a little pattern, and maybe add an animal like butterfly or some sort of insect to go with it. And yeah, so recently I really did quite a lot of little gouache paintings in this tiny little sketchbook. It's a moleskin sketchbook that I'd started ages ago, and then I just, you know, was just lying around somewhere and I used bigger sized sketchbooks. Then I realised that I do not always have the time to do bigger paintings or drawings, and it's very easy to have a smaller size if you do not have that much time on hand. So I did a couple of flower arrangements and vases, the usual thing that I do. I just love to paint flowers and landscapes, more flowers. Another vase, and I really like this one. I really like the colour combination here, the blue and the red and the pink background. I love pink. Yeah, and I think I going to do a little sketchbook tour, maybe sort of a Instagram reel for people to see, because I haven't really posted anything on there for such a long time. If you'd like to check it out, the link is in the description box down below. So yeah, also started, I think it was this summer. It's been such a long time since I shared anything on here or even on Instagram, so I can't remember if I showed you any of these things. This is my new larger size sketchbook. There is no date, so I can't really tell you when I started it, but I think it was a couple of months ago, maybe June, July, something like that. And I already filled quite a bit of it. I'm quite proud of myself. And I experimented, I did some still life paintings. I did a master copy recently that I quite like. It's a copy of this beautiful postcard that I got a while ago, which is by Paula Morazon-Becker. I really like the colours and the painting style, so I just try to replicate that with gouache. Anyway, so before I start painting though, I'd like to make some tea, because I bought some tea yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, pumpkin chai, and I'm very excited to try it for myself, as it's very much the one beverage that everyone's drinking during the fall time. So let's make some tea first. So this is a tea I bought a couple of days ago. I haven't tried it yet. It's pumpkin chai. It was on display all over the shop window, so I was like, okay, I have to try it now. Everyone's drinking this during fall time. I really like chai, but I've never tried pumpkin chai, so I'm very excited to try it. It smells delicious. When I was in the store, the lady was so super nice. She's like, yeah, I can, you know, have you smell it first if you want to. And it's just such a spicy, but at the same time sweet sort of scent. Oh, delicious. Okay, so first sip of this pumpkin chai latte. It's delicious. Tastes so good. And with the milk in it, perfect. Okay, now let's get on to painting. I was really trying to follow my own advice here and use the books we have at home for reference. I think it's so useful to get inspiration like that, and it also makes things so much easier. I was also trying to change things up a bit by adding this little butterfly, as I usually paint lots of flowers and plants, and also trying to experiment and be a little bolder with my choice of colours, which is maybe, in this painting a little weird, but it definitely stands out, and you never know if you never try, right? Okay, so I'm done with the base layer of paint. I will let this dry for a while, and while the paint is drying, I'm going to change the pinboard into something more autumnal instead of the spring-inspired things that are hanging on there. The pinboard is decorated. It makes me so happy. It was about time. I mean, it's the end of October and it was still springtime season on this pinboard, and I really liked the way it turned out. I used some postcards, photos and illustrations. This one, for example, is J.M. Barton, and pictures from magazines and stuff, and I really liked this. I don't know about you, but I really hate to wait for paint to dry, so I was really happy when I was able to continue and add more details to my illustration. I've been enjoying mixed media for a while now, but I also want to try and experiment with different techniques in media and see what style I like best, but everything in its own time. In the end, I was rather happy with the results, and I'll probably try and make a digital version of this soon. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!